Good evening and welcome to another edition of One Man Show. I'm your Z-Man, Z Zoltai. This evening featuring high school basketball highlights. Teams like Holy Name, North Olmsted, Valley Forge, Rocky River, Lakewood, Mid-Park, just to mention a few, will be spotlighted here in the next 29 minutes. Sit back and enjoy because One Man Show is loaded in the hard drive and ready to go back at your television station. One Man Show starts now. High school basketball highlights is what we're featuring tonight, and I'm your host, Z Zoltai. You're watching One Man Show. Next, the Valley Forge Patriots are having one of their best seasons in recent years, led by 6'10" senior center Tim Keywell, as well as super sophomore Fabian Ortiz. The Patriots are knocking down a lot of foes. Coming up next, you'll see them in action at the North Ridgeville Holiday Tournament when they beat the North Ridgeville Rangers. Watch closely in our upcoming highlights as the big guy, Keywell, goes in for the two-hand slam, bends the rim, and then it's Keywell who straightens the rim to the delight of the fans while the referees stand puzzled, not knowing what to do again. Keywell steps up big time. Call him Tim the Tool-Time Handyman as he fixes the bent rim he destroys on the dunk. It's Valley Forge and North Ridgeville next as basketball highlights on One Man Show continues on. Straight free throws down the stretch for Tim Keywell to possibly ice the game, and now he's going to stay at the line and shoot the technical.
Keywell puts it up, and that one is...
Wow, 5 straight free throws for the 6'10" center.
And that will improve the 6%. Keywell again.
A smart move by Coach Silva, keeping the hot hand at the line to shoot the technical.
Boy dance. Stop with a lob for Keywell. Keywell inside.
There it is. There it is.
Stop with a lob for Keywell. Keywell inside.
There it is. There it is. Oh yeah, somebody's going to have to call Tim the Tool Man out because the rim here is bent down at a 45-degree angle, and we've got even Keywell trying to jump up and fix it right now. Hey, he did it! Keywell fixes the rim that he just bent on the dunk. Rob, when was the last time you ever saw that? Oh my!
Tim Keywell doubles up as Tim the Tool Man.
Yeah, he did. Get him a Home Depot card.
Forge is going to win this one. They're undefeated, go to 5-1.
Not at all. You're absolutely right, Rob. This was a very close game that could have been won by anybody. North Ridgeville really has nothing to be ashamed of here. They played a great basketball game tonight.
Inbound to Ortiz. Ortiz dribbling around, hands off to his side.
from Valley Forge High School, Tim Pewell. And from Valley Forge High School, Fabian Ortiz.
Well, I hope you're enjoying tonight's show, High School Basketball Highlights. I'm your host, Z Zoltai, and you're watching One Man Show. Just a reminder for those of you who might be tuning in for the first time, One Man Show is a non-profit television production. That means I don't get a dime to do any of this. It's Northeast Ohio based and produced and features not only the amateur sports teams of Northeast Ohio, but special interests as well as entertainment type topics in a magazine television format. But continuing on with tonight's theme, boys high school basketball highlights, the Lakewood Rangers. No, not the football team, as seen by the field behind me here, but the boys basketball team. They're on the road at Mid-Park High School taking on the Mid-Park Meteors. Next on One Man Show, boys high school basketball highlights, it's Lakewood at Mid-Park as One Man Show continues. It's really great that you could join us this evening on One Man Show, High School Basketball Highlights. Next, the North Olmsted Eagles at Holy Name and the Green Wave. It's the Eagles and the Green Wave next on One Man Show. I'm always excited that you can tune in to my show, One Man Show, each and every night that it airs on your local television system. I'm your host, Z Zoltai. High school basketball highlights tonight. Next footage includes Padua against Walsh Jesuit. Watch the Bruins and the Warriors battle it out in high school boys basketball coming up here in the next segment on One Man Show.
Foul on number 1, Mike Lynch, his second, team's 8th. Walsh substitution, number 23, Taylor Hoyt.
I hope you like slam dunks. We had one earlier in the show out of Tim Keywell of Valley Forge. Next, Brunswick made the journey over to Strongsville to take on the Mustangs in their own building. It was the battle of the unbeatens in the Pioneer Conference. Watch here now as Kyle Brown of Strongsville goes strong to the rack with an NBA-style dunk, taking a Blue Devil to the hole. It's Strongsville and Brunswick next.
Seconds to play in the first half.
I certainly hope you're enjoying high school basketball tonight on One Man Show. Next, the Normandy Invaders. They take to the highway and go to Elyria High School. Elyria coach Bob Walsh was seeking win number 600. He came into the game with 599 career victories. Will Bob Walsh get his 600th career win on One Man Show tonight against Normandy? We'll have to wait and see. Kyle Kiola, the sensational sophomore, you're going to see him shoot for over 30 points tonight as Normandy takes on Elyria here next on One Man Show.
Out front to Higginbotham, off on the right wing to Tumblin. Back in the middle to Higginbotham, left side to Serrano, to the corner. Got his shot blocked by Brendan Murphy, who's now checked in for Normandy. Up ahead to Kiola, gives it on the left side to Murphy. Steps back, the three right there. Brendan Murphy knocks down a three. Jordan was able to save it, though, and then throw it off the leg of Andrew Mindek out of bounds.
Hey, you see plays like that normally in made-for-TV movies. Ken Reeves back in the White Shadow days. Remember that old television show in the late 70s? He'd been proud of that. Salami might have did a play like that.
That was a good show.
Yeah, it was fun.
I enjoyed it.
And taught a lot of life lessons, too.
Hey, speaking of good shows and enjoying the show, don't forget tomorrow morning, 9 to 11, the Joe Ferment Chevrolet Saturday Sports Wrap-Up Show. Yours truly, Z Zoltai, Cam Doc Brown in the AM 930 WEOL studios tomorrow. Brad Miller in the right corner, double teamed, looking for some help. Brad somehow got it underneath the hoop to Serrano in the lane. Lane's in and got fouled. Into the forecourt, Kiola for Normandy. Kiola drives the baseline, gives it right of the lane to Jordan Ebinger. Jordan out front, Mindek a three, and he hit it.
Right there.
Andrew Mindek hits a three, and Normandy regains the advantage. 19-19. The game is deadlocked. Kiola, nice dish down low. Bank shot right of the lane right there for Jordan Ebinger. Jordan puts Normandy back on top 21-19.
Interesting, too, in the coach's pregame show where Coach Madison of the Invaders, Tim, felt that he has the best point guard in the conference. I think Coach Mackey over at Brunswick and Joe Lynch over at Strongsville there, I think they might have a little argument against that point.
Kiola has been terrific tonight, though. 11 first-half points, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Only a sophomore. Second one up and in. Kiola with a dozen. Makes it 33-29 with under a minute and a half to go here in the second quarter. Thomas finally had to throw it off the leg of Vondero out of bounds.
Yeah, Normandy really likes to double up on the Pioneers right now, either on the baseline corners or out at the hash marks. And Elyria will have to be alert, especially in the second half, I think, as Normandy turns up the pressure to try to avoid those double teams.
Elyria by 4 with 1:12 to go here in the second quarter. To the other end, drives and scores. Vondero with a dozen. Boy, he read that one perfectly. 52-48, 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Into the forecourt, Camel. Left side to Serrano. Clock at 8. Serrano on the left sideline, top side to Camel. Clock at 5. Camel at the top of the key. Left side to Serrano. Serrano stutter steps in the corner. A 3 around the rim and out. That ends the quarter. If the Pioneers are going to get Bob Walsh number 600 tonight, they're going to have to do it from behind. We head to the fourth. And it's Normandy up by 4. Into the forecourt comes Jordan Ebinger off on the right side. Murphy, a 3, and he hit it. Oh, my. Murphy with 11, his third 3 in the ball game.
Wow.
71-63, a huge shot.
You know, right now, Kiola reminds me of Rocky Balboa and Rocky II against Apollo Creed. No respect. Just keeps going after him round after round after round. And that's the way Kiola, the sophomore for Normandy right now, is going at the Pioneers. Illyria needs to get a hand in the face of these orange-shirted invaders on defense, get good, quick movement, and set up some good looks here now.
Serrano out front with 2:10 on the clock. Illyria down 8. They need some urgency now to Higginbotham, a 3. Got it!
They heard you, Tim.
Julius Higginbotham with 14. Makes it 71-66 with under 2 minutes to go. Illyria still with a shot. Out front Murphy, right wing Mason. Mason running the lane, fouled as he went up with the shot. That was a hard foul by Julius Higginbotham.
Yeah, good head fake that time out of Normandy. You know, he got in close to the basket, Mason did, and got the Pioneer defender up off his feet. But Normandy here in the second half, Tim, shooting 73% from the field.
1:52 left in the fourth, and Mason hits the first. His first point tonight, and his first free throw after 2 misses. Spins that basketball, second one up, in and out. Rebound tipped off the glass, loose in the lane. Out of there with it comes Normandy. Ball tapped ahead to Kiola. Kiola strong to the bucket, laid it up and in. And that might do it. 77-69 with only 42 seconds to go. Grabbed by Ebinger, hands it off to Kiola, 11 seconds to go. And I think Illyria High is going to let Normandy just dribble out the clock. Mason to the forecourt. Mason right of the key, brings it back out front. Clock at 3, 2, 1. That does it.
There's 22 seconds left in this game. Will he win 600? We don't know.
Tim Elkhorn along with Zoltai. We have just witnessed history. And you've heard it on AM 930 WEOL. Illyria Pioneer head coach Bob Walsh with career win number 600 as Illyria High has knocked off North Ridgeville 58. And nice enough to stop by and talk about this very special night here at the Pioneer Gym is the victorious head coach Bob Walsh of Illyria High. Coach, congratulations on the victory, and obviously congratulations on this remarkable milestone that you have achieved here.
And it's been a real pleasure. But the thing is, it's an accomplishment, but it's not my accomplishment. It's the accomplishment of I was part of it. There are a lot of teams and a lot of players, and I'm not talking about just the stars. I'm talking about everybody who was on every team. They had to work hard and contribute to this, and also the people who coach with me, my assistant coaches and the whole coaching community. They're all a part of this, and you know, it's not my accomplishment. It's an accomplishment that's kind of labeled on my name, but there's a lot of people involved in making it happen.
Bob, as the clock was winding down, was there a sense of relief that, hey, this is finally over with? We mentioned at the beginning, we thought you wanted to get this done and over with. It's kind of been following you around for the past couple of years that you were inching in on this mark. What was your thoughts when it finally arrived?
Well, I was kind of totally relieved, actually, and I kind of sat on the bench for a minute after the game, tried to enjoy it a little bit, but it was more relief than anything else, because the main thing in my mind this year is you know, that accomplishment's nice, but the team is the most important thing. It's this year's team, it's their team. There's 3 seniors on it. It's going to be their last year, maybe their last time to play organized ball. I think the emphasis should be on the team and not on individual accomplishment. I'm a team team-oriented person. Basketball's a team game, and
of course, they made it interesting for you. Down 5 going into the fourth, but the final 8 minutes, they managed to pull this thing out. Your thoughts on how this game unfolded, especially in the fourth quarter when you're able to come from behind?
Well, I thought that there was. I was glad to hear on the bench during the late third and the early fourth quarter, a lot of kids on the bench saying we're not going to lose this game. In other words, they were saying it together, and that you need that togetherness. And the thing is that they sounded like a team when they were talking, and that was a positive sign. But it was just it was great to get this over with and get on with it.
Travis Noble, the freshman, I thought he had a really nice second half tonight, Bobby. He crashed the board. He got some decent looks. He made a few things as far as mistakes as freshmen go, but I thought his game came a long way tonight. What were your thoughts on his performance?
Oh, there's no question. Travis is a comer, and he's a sleeper. He's learning what we're doing, and he's spending time with the JVs and with the varsity because I want to make sure he gets as much playing time as he can get. And but Travis, he had a couple block shots in there, and he stole the ball down here, and there were a lot of things that Travis did well, and we know he can do it. And the thing is, we just got to get the other ones convinced that they can do those things too, and do them as a group.
Demetrius also, he's only 5'9", but boy does he rebound. I bet you'd wish he'd probably grow a few inches during the off season, don't you?
Demetrius has a nose for the ball, and he gets out there and plays hard, but he has a good nose for the ball, and he seems to get to the area where the ball is all the time.
See, Bob, I told you, when the Steelers won on Sunday, I knew it was a good omen for you tonight. Your beloved Steelers are going back to the Super Bowl, and it turns into a great 3 days, doesn't it?
You may get that one for the thumb yet, right? Yeah, I'm proud of my Steelers. I think, they show a lot of heart and a lot of determination as a team.
There you go, and I'll tell you what, your team did tonight as well. Congratulations. And by the way, you may not be getting one for the thumb, but Z and I have decided that we're going to get one at least for your front and your back. The WEOL Northern Star shirt tonight is going to go to one Bob Walsh, and it's a Boscorn production, as you very well know. We're going to put your name and number 600 and the date of tonight's game on that shirt for you.
I appreciate that very much. I'll wear it with pride. We're just really pleased that we have you guys here.
Well, thanks, Bob. We appreciate it. Go eat some cake.
Thank you.
Bob Walsh, the head coach of the Elyria High Pioneers.
See ya.
Again, career win number 600 tonight. Elyria with a 58-50 win over the North Ridgeville Rangers. And as we just said, our Northern Star is going to go to one Bob Walsh tonight.